Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? On my way home from the job. Yeah, I had a good night's sleep. My day was a lot better than my weekend. I mean, my shift tonight was better than the weekend. Yeah, that was tough. The weekend was tough. So I don't go snooping for things, but it never ceases to amaze me that somebody responds or says, God, I'm so sorry. Laura posted that huge novel in her comment section, and I'm like, for me, and I'm like, oh God, what now? I'm going to say this once in one time only, and this has got to stop. It has to stop. And Robbie's like, you do this with such grace. Thank you, Robbie, but you know what? I'm getting to a point where grace is going in the back seat because I don't feel so graceful lately when this stuff keeps showing up. I read one paragraph of this novel, and again, I was on a quick work break. I don't get like 30-minute lunch breaks. I take like a 5-minute, if that. Although today I think it was 3 minutes, and I got paid. And it was about, what was it about? Once I got a signal, I had to run outside down the street. I had to take a left at the lights. And in about 30 yards, I found a signal. That's how bad the signal is where I worked. Really? No, just kidding. But no, I do. I get crappy. Like, I have to literally, like, go outside and be like, I got a signal, and there's one stairwell. Sometimes I can get a signal at. Sometimes. But that wasn't happening tonight. So, it was something about that. I don't even remember that I responded back. Anyway, with whatever I said. Something about that I said I would do a live with Marissa. And I've explained it before. We did briefly discuss that as matter of just talking what if. Like, hey, this is exactly how I said it. Could you imagine if I hooked up with Marissa and just went on, like, met up with her, and we did a live, and there I was next to her? That would blow people away. That was a facetious statement. It was like, well, not facetious, certainly not happening in the near future, if ever it would happen. Because I've always told Laura and other people, I don't hate Marissa. I like her. I don't like her behaviors at times, but not my channel. It's her platform. So, this is like, and then there was, what the hell else was there? I should really go back and read it, but I really don't want to. I remember. I did ask her what time her live was, and if she remembered. I asked her that because I was having my St. Patrick's live that night. I was going to, and I didn't want it to interfere with her time of her live, because that's what subs who are friends on YouTube sometimes do. Like, I don't want to take your subs away from your platform, and I want to make sure that when I go on live that I don't take them away, or that mine don't go over to you. It was a matter of courtesy from Pink. It wasn't a confirmation or a receipt saying, see, she was going to come in my live. No, I ended up the next day after that conversation postponing my live for several reasons. Nothing to do with planning to go into that. It wasn't a setup. It wasn't. I just, I was exhausted. I couldn't get out of work. I knew I wasn't going to get out of work on time. And certainly when it was brought to my attention that this live with me was happening, I was mentally not prepared. And that's not fair to my subscribers, that I'm going to do a live and I am going, I want to be myself. I want to, it's not fair to anybody for me to be that upset and go on and pretend like I'm okay. And I wasn't. I wasn't like out of my mind, but I was highly disappointed and mostly confused. Very, very confused. So, and I am not reading the rest of the novel. I'm looking at it, and thank God I didn't have, at that point, after the first paragraph, I whipped my glasses off, and I'm scrolling, and I'm like, what? And I'm like, what? It keeps going and going and go. No, Laura, no. I'm done, honey. I need a break. I need a break, okay? I unblocked you from my YouTube channel just so I could respond, but I gotta block you again. I can't. I need a break. YouTube is not my world. You know what I'm dealing with outside of YouTube, and it's not fun. I'm dealing with something kind of serious in my family with my parents, and it's odd. I'm not even gonna go there. She knows. And I don't have time for this. I don't. So this is my thought, okay? Everybody, all these lives going on, and why is it every night? Look at this goddamn, shut my lights off. I'm pulling over. Don't you shine your damn lights in my face, you freaking moron. Yeah, now I'll fucking shine my high beams for fucking on my... Oh. I'm so not going to get monetized for this. Sorry, it just came out of me. Yeah, pink, you sound graceful, says Robbie. No. I really think the F word should be part of, if not the English language, should be part of the Boston culture language. It's used so many times that we are desensitized. It's not a bad word. It's a word of expression. It gets people's attention, thus as it should. If you just say, hey, to a crazy driver, what the heck are you doing? They don't care. If you say, what the are you doing? They're like, they're like in your face. You've got their attention. I love it. That's the point. When you talk to people in the car or give the finger or yell when the spring is tomorrow, happy spring. When you roll down your window and you're like, what the bleep, 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 you will get a response because that is your objective, right? You roll down your window. Certainly, you don't roll it down for nothing. You roll it down, you have an objective, and you're like, hey, what the? Beep, 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 beep. And you get their attention. Now, if I roll down my window and say, hey, what the heck, man? What are you doing? They're like, whatever. They just keep driving. But I swear to God, if you do what the, they'll stop. So, I support the F-bomb. Word, whatever. I support it, and so should you. I don't know why YouTube is like, now that's a bad word. YouTube, look it up in the dictionary. I think it's time YouTube takes accountability for their actions, all right? Saying that the F word is not appropriate. Look it up, it's in the dictionary, along with a lot of other 4-letter words. Love is a 4-letter word, but you don't do nothing about that. Anyway, where was I? I have no idea where I was. Where was I? I was talking about I'm not responding anymore. That was a novel. I know. Okay, everyone's doing these follow-up videos because everyone is in their own battles on their YouTube. Not everyone, but a lot of people. And it's catching the attention of people we don't even know who are making comments and videos like, what are you doing, you peoples? Right? So this is going to go on and on and on and on and on till kingdom come. Okay, which we don't know. That could be 3 billion years. And how awful would that be for our children, our grandchildren, their children, and their children, and their children? Okay? And then everyone's like, that one, see, oh, look at, that one's your great-great-great-great-grandmother in that video screaming her head off. All right? This is the legacy you people are going to leave behind. That was your great-great-great-great-great-grandmother. And they're going to be like, wow, oh my God. Like, I'm so glad I never knew her. I'm so glad she was dead for like 250 years before I was born, right? Think about that. So this is what you do. It's really simple. You don't participate. Try really hard, and I know I have, and I've done a little follow-up videos. I've taken another spin on them through comedy, but I'm gonna try really hard not to address all this stuff anymore. And you want to know how to make this all stop? Do you really want to know? I could win the Pulitzer Prize for this. You really want to know? I got the solution. I got the solution. I got the solution. I know how to make it stop. I know how to make it stop. You know how to make it stop, and it will go away. This is what we all want, right? You all want this, right? Can we not agree? This is all our objectives. We want these live dramas in this bashing and bad words and calling each other the C word, and we all want it to stop, right? Right? Okay. Because it's very simple. This is a very simple solution to a very difficult issue. Here we go. Now, if you don't listen to my advice and this continues, I am convinced you love drama and you just need to talk to somebody. You love like looking at your face in the video and I'm convinced. So if you don't do what Pink advises, I am convinced you are a drama addict. All right? Because this can easily stop, like dead in its tracks. But you know what? It takes a village. It takes a village. And believe me, in this village, there might be 10 people who will do what I advise. And if there are 5,000 more people who will not do what I advise, you're all drama freaks. Yeah, freaks. You're all drama freaks. I am convinced. So this is what you do. Real simple. You don't go into their lives. You don't respond, okay? You ignore the emails that people said, did you hear this? Did you hear that? You ignore it, okay? Because you are the better person, right? And you don't make videos, lives that go on for hours or even 20 minutes about other people's platform. They did this and they did. It's their platform. Report them if it upsets you. Report it. But I swear to God, if all of you, all y'all, don't go in there, guess what? There'll be nobody to come to their lives. And they'll be like, oh, I'll just wait another minute because nobody is here. And they'll have their cigarette or their vape, you know, and then they'll 2 minutes later, there'll be 0 in there. And they'll be like, oh, I'll come back at another time. It's commuter rush hour. I'll come back later. They come back an hour later and the same thing. 0 people in there. 0. And then they're like, oh, they must all be in another person's live. I'll be right back. So then they click out of their live. They postpone it for an hour or 3 hours at prime time on YouTube, which is late at night. And they're looking for, and they keep hitting their subscriptions button at the bottom that everyone they're sub to like to see. Oh, someone must, and there must be a bunch of people going live. And they're not. So then they're like confused, right? So then they got their late night prime time where like 500 people would show up in the past live, and they go in there and there's a big zero. There's nobody in there. And then they get it. They're like, oh, dang, nobody cares about my drama. Come on, people. We're not tied down to our chairs. You can make this happen. You can make this, just you don't go there. It's that simple. You don't need to take a class. You don't need to go out and buy protective armor wear. Okay? You don't. You don't need to, feel like you got to prepare for a war. You just don't go over there, and you don't make up your own videos either, because everyone will be on the same page. I'll go make up your own lives. I mean, okay, I'm not going in your live. So there's that domino effect, and then at some point people are like, oh, I get it. People are sick of me, and this is affecting me negatively because I have 0 people in my lives. And I will say it again. If you go in after my advice, if you do continue to go into people's lives and blah blah, and you said this and that the chats are going by fast, and there's some people probably not responding because they're having a seizure, okay, a grand mal. Well, they could have a petite mal seizure too, but they can't type either way. All right, and stop making your lives. If you continue making your lives, I am convinced you are just a drama queen, and you all just love this and suck on it, and at that point, people are going to unsubscribe from you who don't want this. Your supporters will be other drama queens and kings. Not many kings out there. It's all the woman crap. The hormonal estrogen, like, let's do this, like there's peace today in the world, let's go out and create some crap. Come on. So try it if you really want this to stop, because I'm hearing a lot of people like, please make it stop. Well, then just don't go there. I would replay this 5 times if you have to before it gets through your heads. All right, I gotta go. I'm getting on the expressway. All right, take my advice. Hold the applause for later. All right, hold the applause for later. I love you all. See you later. Have a good night. Sweet dreams. Don't stay up too late. Don't be in any lives right now. I got an app that I got from my hacker friend that tells me all these people whose lives they're in at the same time. Yeah, so I do. I get a lot of apps from my hacker friend. Yeah, maybe I'll bring him on one night as a guest. Yeah, I will. Yeah, maybe I will. He ain't gonna tell you his apps. That's between me and him. He does me a favor, I do him a favor. You know what I mean? All right. And I get to see where everybody's going and what they're doing and what they're saying and stuff, Like you're wearing, like your soul on your sleeve. I see it. So I'm like Santa Claus. I know if you've been bad or good, so be good. For goodness sakes. What do we got? Like 280 more days till Christmas? Something like that. All right, I gotta go. Good night, everybody.